My Shayla. My Shayla.
Is being a victim to lifestyle creep. I am a victim, and this is such a painful learning experience. Graduated in 2022, and I made sure to celebrate. 3 months after graduating, I leased my car. Not the best decision. This was my first taste at adulthood, at freedom, so I was really living my best life. I was at every concert, every nice restaurant, I was getting every beauty service you could think of, and I took 5 trips in 1 year. It was the most I had ever traveled in 1 year, and while this year was so much fun for me, I did not realize the damage I was doing. It took me a couple of months to realize that I was living completely beyond my means. Which sucks and is hard to admit in a society where everybody pretends that they have all the money in the world and is bad and bougie. At the end of the year, this is what my savings account looked like, and I literally could not sleep at night.
Look, guys, we've all been there. Whether it's been in our 20s, our 30s, our 40s, or at some point in our lives, we've all made those regrettable, boneheaded financial decisions that we wished we could take back. But we can't. I myself have made them, but yet here I am, 42, young, and retired. So if I can make those mistakes and recover from them, I'm sure you can too. So make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, and let's go ahead and jump into today's videos. And let's see how these boneheaded financial decisions have impacted these individuals.
The $3,814 that came in, how much did you spend last month?
Like bills or
Spent. How much was spent? Debt accumulating, whatever it is. How much was spent?
I don't know.
Come on, what do you think you spent?
3,000.
Actually.
Yes.
Why are you acting like that?
I don't know how much I spent last month.
No. Educated guess. No. The reason we're doing this is because I want to see where you self-assess where you think you are. Like, so think of last month. Think of your spending. Think of the actions you're doing. What do you think you spent? Again, 3,814 came in.
Yes. Well, last month was also my daughter's birthday, Christmas. It was just
okay,
so,
sure. If you need to think out loud, okay, go for it.
I am thinking out loud. Thank you. That's rude. Sorry. Let me think. I honestly don't know. I'm gonna just say 3.
Give a number.
I said 3. I did. What do you mean? 3,000.
You spent 5,100. 5,131.
5,000. Damn. I didn't even think I made that much.
You didn't.
I thought it was 4.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh.
No. You understand how much I said you made.
I didn't hear that part. You said that I spent 5,000, right?
I told you twice how much came in.
Yeah. What was the what was the number?
That's not funny.
Yo, my girl was lost in the sauce. She didn't have a clue how much money was coming in. She didn't have a clue how much money was going out. And this is a very accurate reflection of most Americans. A good chunk of us know how much money is coming in, but 99% of Americans do not have a clue how much money is going out. This is why it kind of like irks me when I see those memes, like people posting like, how is it that I make the most money ever in my life, but I'm still struggling to get by, or I'm still poor? It's because you're overspending. You're not living within your means. That's why. In our minds, we think that because we're making more money, that we're actually spending that same amount or less than. And in actuality, we know we're not. We're overspending. We're allowing ourselves to become victims of lifestyle creep. And that's what it boils down to. So just take some time once a month to look at your expenses.
Great news, sport. I actually got you approved of that 2009 F-250 out there. Only $11.99 a month. What do you say, man?
I don't know. I was kind of planning on moving out soon. What do you think I should do?
I mean, move out, buy a truck. I mean, look, I'm a car salesman, man, but let me give you my honest opinion off the record. How you gonna move your stuff if you don't have a truck, dude?
You're so right.
you gotta get the truck before you can move.
Okay,
right?
okay, I gotcha.
Exactly. You got any questions for me though before we wrap this up?
I mean, the $11.99 a month, that's no problem. I make $3,000 a month, so like
You make oh, dude, you're good.
that's less than half. Like I'm
Not even half, dude.
Yeah, and
You're
I don't have the full $5,000 to put down. You guys take credit card?
Dude, we can put the whole thing on a credit card.
$5,000. Oh, let's go. I'm gonna be perfect then.
Oh
Now,
man, we're gonna take care of you.
last question: does this include a warranty?
So I know we went over that, but the bank's not going to finance the warranty. But honestly, with only a little over 200,000 miles and you're only financing for 84 months, you don't even need a warranty because this thing's not going to give you any trouble. And then it'll be paid off and you'll be coming back to me for another one, you know. So I won't even worry about that, dude. You'll be You'll be golden, trust me.
I mean, it does only have 200,000 miles. I should be fine,
That's nothing
right?
for an F-250, bro.
Cool.
All right, so if you don't have any more questions for me, just sign there. We'll get it wrapped up today.
Let's do this.
Sucker. Congratulations.
Wait, what did you say?
What's a bad financial decision that you regret making in life?
Gambling thousands away.
Yeah,
Being a gambling addict.
Like in Las Vegas, out here.
All the above. Online, Las Vegas.
Yeah. Do you sports bet?
Yes, sir. Sports bet, table betting, all of it.
What's the most you ever made from gambling?
Like 3,000 in one night. Like 3,000 in like 2 hours.
That's pretty good, huh?
It's really good. But then I lost it all.
Oh, you like rebetted it?
Yes, sir.
Damn. And then what's the most you lost in one night?
I was with this guy. I was like 6,000 and like literally like 1 hour, 6,000.
And how were you feeling?
Depressed.
Yeah. What you tell like the family or significant other?
Nobody knows nothing.
Now they know.
It's right here.
Now they know.
Nah, they don't know nothing, bro. That shit stood in my heart. That shit stood in my heart like a man.
Yeah. Take it like a man. Get him next
You
time.
shake that shit off. You start. You keep going. You keep stacking. You keep going.
I feel that. You're still betting to this day?
Nah.
You're living?
I'm grown now.
Yeah.
Now that first clip was very satirical in nature, but it's a very accurate reflection of the way a lot of the car purchases go with most Americans. They go in just with an idea of what they want, and they don't really look at the numbers, nor do they know. Half of them don't even know what their credit score is. People just want to go in and just purchase a car, and the dealers are so. Me personally, I don't like dealers, car dealership, personnel, salesmen. They're so pushy, and their ultimate goal is to get you fixated on the monthly amount. Because once you're fixated on that, then they can just manipulate the numbers however they see fit to ensure that they receive, as long as they make their money. So they just manipulate the numbers. So when you go in, make sure you don't get fixated on the monthly. Focus on the overall price of the car. Now, the second video, which makes that so interesting, is over 85% of people in America have at some point in their life gambled. And with the rise in bet kings, or, I don't bet. I don't know much about betting. But with the rise in sports betting and everything like that, a lot of people are becoming victims of, not even victims, but they're choosing to do it. So I wouldn't even say it's victim. They're making so many money mistakes by just constantly becoming addicts of gambling. It used to be just Vegas, or it used to be Atlantic City, or certain places where you go to now. It's so easy to just hop on your phone, pull it up, and start gambling on any and every sport. You can probably even gamble on rooster fighting. I don't know. It seems like everything you can almost gamble and bet on. Let's take a look at let's take a look at the comments. Like, this comment is pretty sad. Bro, I know people that lost their homes and everything. That's the worst addiction. I don't even talk to my dad anymore because he's a gambling addict. That's wild. I'm not going to say it's the worst addiction. I think all addictions are pretty bad in nature. But I can understand it. It can really destroy relationships. Just like any other addiction, honestly. Here's one. Gambling is one of the most degenerate things you can do. Young adults, 18 to 24. Have the highest prevalence of gambling addiction, which is not a surprise considering betting apps target that demographic. And that's so true. They absolutely target that demographic because they know it's an attraction for many young adults. And many young adults make terrible financial decisions. They're impulsive. And not saying that older adults are not impulsive and carry these same characteristics and make these same mistakes, but they're more prevalent and likely in younger adults. Whatever you do, stay away from gambling, sports betting.
I'd spend 5-6K on designer clothes. I'd spend 8-9K on a holiday. I'd spend 12-13K on cars. all in the name of looking like I was like gone. If I use that same money to invest aggressively into assets, properties, whatever the case may be, like it's night and day. You would use the money that you generate from that to pay for the nice things. And that's one thing that a lot of rich people, that's what they have. We use our income to spend money on these things. They use their passive income. So they use their income to invest in assets, and then they use the money that they make from those assets to pay for the nice things. But we have it inverted, and I don't know if I did a good job of explaining that, but that was one of my biggest things. I would look at rich people, yeah, the designer, and I'll use my income to just spend straight away rather than actually using that same money to buy assets.
It's really disheartening when you reflect on your life and realize all the stupid money mistakes you have made. And when you make that realization, it just blows your mind the amount of money that if you would have potentially invested it, where you could be in your life. The key, guys, is passive income. Don't rely on your active income to be the number one source for your partying, your expenses. As the gentleman stated, you have to utilize passive income. That's what the key is. Focus on creating a source of passive income because it enables you to do so many other things in life. It truly does, and that's one of the secrets and keys that rich people, that's how rich people become richer and the wealthy get wealthier. They have multiple streams of income. And passive income, honestly, is the worst type of income. Like, it's good to have a source of income. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying, ditch your active income, but it's the passive income. That's what empowers your life and gives you so many more options. Let's take a look at some of the comments. Here's a good one that many people fall victim to. Lifestyle inflation is the biggest setback to success. Absolutely. Many people fall victim to lifestyle inflation. It throws you off your financial track of being successful, of successfully retiring, especially if you want to retire early. It makes it almost impossible if every time you receive a raise, that you're constantly going out rewarding yourself. You're constantly going out, spending more money every month. 9K on a holiday. Where were you going, mate? People spend an egregious amount of money when taking vacations and holidays. And I understand it. Life is hard. People want to go and reward themselves and let loose and enjoy and just create memories. But at the same time, you have to be mindful of your finances. Those bills are going to be right there waiting on you when you return from your holiday, wherever you're going. They're going to be still there, rolling in on time, coming through, hitting that account. So you have to be mindful and maneuver strategically. I'm not saying don't go on vacations. I'm not saying don't go create memories, because I love to, especially as a young retiree. I constantly go on cruises every month. I'm doing things, but at the same time, I move in a I'm mindful of how I spend my money. I'm constantly looking for deals. I'm looking for ways to save here and there. And I'm not saying saving $5 or $10 or whatever like that, but I'm trying to, if something costs $300, can I get it down to $100? Be financially minded even when you're on vacation, because many people, they don't care when they're on vacation. They just want to spend it. And the typical saying is that's a problem for future me. Future me is going to regret it when you get back. Future me is going to be highly disappointed in the current you, the vacation you, because when those bills roll through and future you starts looking at the account and seeing all these margarita charges and, ATV charges, and you don't have enough money in your account to pay those bills, future you might be living on the side of the street. So guys, whatever you do, please try to avoid making stupid financial decisions. Get you an accountability partner. Do start budgeting. Don't lock yourself into a car loan where you're paying longer than 3 years for a car payment. These financial decisions are going to ruin your chances of ever retiring young. At retiring, period, for that matter. So guys, always remember, put God first in everything that you do and live below your means today so that later in life you can live beyond your means and hopefully retire young.